Testing, testing, testing. Alright, cool. Got it working. Neat. Yeah, okay, I think it's working. Okay. No one's here yet. Oh, 3 viewers, so I'll probably see people popping up in a second. And 5 viewers. That's Kayla. Hey, Kayla. How are you doing? Oh, Kayla, Viz, and Sarge. Hey, guys. Ah, hey, White Despair. Wow, everyone just showed up. So sorry for being late. I was having a lot of technical difficulties with the computer. I just got it fixed up. I'm alright, man. I'm alright. Alright. Yesterday was a pretty busy day for me, and today was a bit busy too, but now the rest of my week's going to be a little bit easier, so it's going to be cool. Hey, Robert. How are you doing? Are you streaming tomorrow? Yes, I'm streaming tomorrow, because I will be done with work on time to be here. So yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow. Are we getting Shonen Jump this week, though? I don't remember. It's because we're like in December now, right? So I just want to ask to make sure. December 8th. Oh, no, yeah, we're getting Shonen Jump this week. Cool. Also, for anyone wondering, it looks like in a few weeks, like whenever the next new Shonen Jump series comes out, it does look like the 6P manga is going to be cancelled. It's been in the bottom for the last 2 weeks, so we'll have to see. Oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah. Alright, whatever, man. How's it? Oh, hey, Ty. Yeah, man, I've started watching the first episode. Like, I've watched it twice now, because I didn't pay attention during the first one well enough. And I do want to pay attention, so I'm watching it slowly for sure. I do have one problem in that the main character is Jinx. Like, I remember when Jinx was first released for League of Legends. I don't like her. I know that the League of Legends staff likes her for whatever reason, but I really don't like Jinx. So this is going to be an issue of like, well, we'll have to see how much this thing is able to make me like feel for her kind of thing, you know? So hopefully by the end of it, I'll be interested. But I really don't like Jinx in general. One second, I'm just reading this. Okay. So, put in Noelle. We'll put in Thingamajig. We'll put in this girl. And... oh, yeah, sure, whatever. And then we'll have the regular Zhao team of that. Oh, nope. That's fine. Okay, let's see. Aoyama doesn't really feel like a traitor. I guess the whole blackmail doesn't work for me for being a traitor. Well, Chris, like, you know, we say it's blackmail, but it's not really blackmail. It's more like power dynamics pressuring. Like, that, if you were to describe it, it's probably closer to power dynamics pressuring. So, like, you know, now we're not going to talk about whether or not it's good. I'm not going to mention that. I'm just going to tell you, like, what I think is the gist of it. So when it comes to the Aoyama thing, like, what you're seeing is an expression of All For One's tactics, in that All For One indebts you to him, and it's like indentured. You know, I always see the word written, but I've never actually said it. Indentured servitude. Well, you guys can figure out what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it's that kind of servitude, and then it's just kind of pressured by like, oh, you've taken this power. I might have booby-trapped it or something like that. I actually would like more of a justification of like how exactly that booby-trapping works, but you know, maybe the author's never actually going to talk about it. But yeah, when you look at it, I think the author prioritized expressing All For One's tactics more than he did care about the reason of the traitor. But yeah, it's just pretty much a basic, oh, All For One's gonna kill us after we say yes to him. Like, really, the one interesting thing here also is that All For One really could kill anyone he wants. But it's interesting in that the way he targets people who ask something of him. Which makes it seem like he has a code. But honestly, what it really does for the author is that it just allows him to make All For One stupid or limited. Stupid for this. Well, you know, for the live stream we'll say stupid, but you know, for an official video we would say make him limited. But yeah, that's like the author's tactic. He has a lot of limitations on All for One. So like All for One has like the sense of how he should be going about things sometimes, and that's what we ultimately end up seeing here, I think. It's just an expression of this. Like, honestly, if All for One was just a little more proactive in everything, he'd be a lot more effective. But you can't have that because the author can't write clever characters, so he can't have
Don't waste my time. Enhanced Animal Module 75. Absorption test.
And when I say, like, he can't write clever characters, I mean, like, characters that can deal with, like, complex situations. He can't really do that. Okay, so Viz says there's a little over 6 days for Eula's banner, and I haven't had any luck getting her. Gonna do a spiral run pretty soon to get those premiums. I don't want to miss her at this point. Viz, good luck. I was thinking about it, but I'm not. White Despair said, never again shall I utter the name All for One. From this moment, I shall only acknowledge him the true name of the great old terrifying nutsack face. Gotcha. Hey, Speed. So some person on Twitter tweeted this. All for One is the best example of evil just because Aizen and Frieza take notes. Okay, Frieza's like a caricature of evil. Like, I think he's the best example of evil. But like for Aizen, it's like, yo, Aizen's not even, like, Aizen isn't evil. Evil when you look at it from the perspective of Ichigo. But when you ultimately look at what Aizen is talking about, Aizen is like a neutral extremist. Like, Aizen saw a nature of reality and then he went about dealing with it. Like, Aizen's fight is against the spirit, like the Soul King, right? So because of that fight, it makes him antagonistic to everything that wants to protect the Soul King. So Aizen ends up being a much more interesting example of evil. What you actually really have with him is that he's the evil of not caring enough about people. But for All for One, All for One is... Don't worry, look, honestly, the author can't actually keep up with he can't execute on All for One well enough. So by the end of this is going to get all compromised. Like, the people who like All for One right now, they're probably chasing Edge. And when we ultimately go into like a love wins or like a love beatdown, or like when All for One is made to look like the biggest clown, because you know the author's going to do it. He's going to make All for One look like a clown because the author is good at doing this. People are going to like get soured on him, or like, you know, like the most basic Twitter opinions are going to get soured on him. It's just like the natural life cycle. Let's see who didn't really get this kind of treatment. Madara. Madara went down in such a way that it saved him from being a joke. Obito went down as a joke though by the end of it. Like, in terms of being talked into things and all that kind of stuff. I mean, like, Naruto also had that MVP moment, which was pretty not the best. Oh shoot, sorry guys. It's because of Alien. 1 second, guys. I forgot. Sorry, I haven't gotten into the habit of checking that yet. Alright, thanks, man. Just watched the third episode, Trip. Everyone and myself don't like her in the first 3 episodes, then the ending of episode 3 changes everything. Okay, wait. Let me just look at this real quick. Miguel said someone made a point of Aoyama being a parallel to Izuku, of what if Izuku's mom fell to despair, or if Izuku met All for One instead of All Might. Yeah, I mean, like, that's a fair point. I think that's a fair point. Like, he's probably another parallel. I do think that's a fair point, because I think Izuku would make the comparison. I would be careful with it personally, just because, like, technically everyone who has made deals with All for One after being in a bad position are parallels to Izuku. Like, that's kind of how it goes. Like, most people would have Aoyama's reactions, most likely. That's why I would be careful, just because by those standards, All for One's making a lot of parallels. But it is, like, for the example within the story, yeah, I would say, I would agree with that. He is he's an alternate version of Izuku of, like, yeah, if they meet the wrong person, this goes down really badly. White Despair says, someone saw someone online going on about how it's more likely that Izuku, who showed up before Aoyama, is actually Toga. Whatever. I'm not even going to bother. Ty says, just watched the third episode. Everyone and myself didn't like her in the first 3 episodes. Then the ending of episode 3 changes everything. No, you're not listening to me. You're not hearing me, Ty. I don't like Jinx as she is in the current iteration. Actually, I like her a lot more in the first episode than I like League of Legends Jinx. I mean, mind you, like I read some of the summaries on TV Tropes. All right, I read some of the stuff. I do think it's going to be a fun show to just watch, and I do like the League of Legends lore, so I'm going to watch it. But I just want to make sure it's clear. I don't like Jinx. I don't think I'm going to like her by the end of this. I don't like knowing... Well, I don't really care for the story of how someone became crazy. I care about the story for how someone becomes evil, but once you throw the insanity into that, I legitimately start caring significantly less. Especially because Jinx is just... She came in like... She's like Riot Games, like just crazy, insane energy. Like, oh my god, look at all the crazy stuff she does. Oh my god, she's riding on rockets. Oh my god, I don't care. I legitimately could not care less. But again, that's my like gripes with Riot Games and Jinx. Again, I think I'm gonna actually like the show. Like I read some little things about Wolfric and some little trivia bits, and I am really interested in the trivia bits, but I don't care for Jinx. Wealth gap seems like a pain. Let's see. Aoyama did remind me of Gentle. Hope we see him eventually. I think we'll see Gentle again. Previous chapter, it's all been implying that UA itself was a traitor. All for One should have indebted more people. Maybe the next safety commission person in charge is in debt, or their kid has a quirk that's incompatible with their body, like mafia corruption. Yeah, he should have. He should have. Actually, technically, he has. Like, we're told that he does this a lot, but we don't really see it in practice very often. Death Battle for Madara came out, and while they gave Madara a win, really downplayed Aizen. Alright, sure. I mean, like, the fundamental difference with Aizen and Madara is that Madara can make an illusion real if he has a supply of eyes, unless the Renegade's doing weird things. But Aizen is a god. Like, legit. Like, you know, yeah. You know, in the Naruto universe, the Shinigami is able to hold anything in its belly. Therefore, the Shinigami is stronger. But yeah, no real issue here. Aizen versus Madara. You know, actually, if I was to think about it, I think who would win? It's always about the who strikes first. In a who strikes first situation, I think Aizen wins. But it's all about initiative. If Madara strikes first, I think he wins. Aizen's more surgical though, whereas Madara is more explosive. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. With the idea of and I'll have to watch the video at some point. With the idea of Aoyama blowing up, I can't help imagine Class 1A being like, we leave you, Izuku, alone for a couple of minutes, and you get into trouble again. I picture Ida, Baku, and Shoto not letting Izuku go on his own anymore, even for something as simple as a short jog. Yeah, I wonder about that, Kayla. I wonder how they would react. Like, one of the kids blowing up would be quite aggressive. Well, do you guys think that the teachers are going to show up? Like, I really find it insane that UA is not monitoring the heavily sheltered area on their compound. Like, if I am the trader, I would 100% go into the forest to do my secret planning. And if I am UA, I would 100% think the forest is the first place that we are getting under control. We have an infinite supply of robots, it seems. We are putting a robot in every single quadrant of that forest. If there's legitimately no surveillance there, I have no idea what UA is doing. He's gonna make All For One look like a clown. I was under the impression that he had been doing this for a long time now. Isn't supposed to make someone look like a joke. I don't know what does. Oh, what is fair? I mean that he's gonna make him look like... It's going to be extremely clear. It's not going to be just like people insulting him. It's going to be, he's going to do something so ridiculously stupid that everyone is, or like he's going to just, you know how like Eren in Attack on Titan just kind of had that last little moment where he was just really pathetic like a child? Yeah, I think we're going to see All For One just behave like a child at some point, and throw such a big tantrum that everyone that supported him is like, oh shit, I supported a man-child, which... Unfortunately, a good chunk of the Twitter audience doesn't seem to understand that the majority of the villains are man-children, and in Toga's case, a child. Like, they're stunted. They're all very stunted. I mean, like, Shigaraki starts the series being a man-child and still is. Like, really, of the villains, Mr. Compress is probably the coolest one among them. Then Spinner, because Spinner's been through a lot of things. But then Dabi is just Dabi, and Shigaraki is Shigaraki, and Toga is Toga. Yeah. Let's see. Saitama versus Popeye. And then Popeye spinach to OP. What Aizen feats were missing? Oh, I didn't watch that. I don't know. I was very pleased to see that the main takeaway people had from the chapter was that old nutsack face is running around with a belly laser quirk, giving him diarrhea. About saying, I observed was about that. It pleased me immensely to see that. You know, for me, like I see that, and I legitimately, you know, I don't see the appeal of that thought, because I'm just thinking like, yeah, he probably just took this quirk, never used it, or he probably just had the doctor like copy it from some random kid and then just gave it to Aoyama. Like honestly, the most weird thing is that he gave it to Aoyama and he's like, hey, you want a quirk? Sure, here's this really shitty one. Good luck. That's legitimately funny, but for me, I really think he just had it in a test tube probably. Hey, Scaly. Let's see, what if the belly button quirk is his parents' quirk? That's what I was thinking about too. I was wondering if maybe one of the parents had the quirk and then he just swapped it. Love that all these people were exposed as mutinist. Yes, yes. People are thirsty for the crazy girl with mental deviances trope. That's why Toga and Harley Quinn are popular. People romanticize and fetishize mental health issues. Oh my god, that actually makes it a little bit like ickier. Like saying it out loud makes it ickier. Yeah, like. I don't vibe that way. If anyone says Popeye loses, they don't know things about Popeye. I find it interesting. There are a lot more people in your comment section against you these past few videos. Oh, are they against me? What have I said? I haven't been reading. I've been too busy. Not to mention people. Let's see. Have they been saying something worthwhile? I think I've been pretty alright. I think my recent predictions have been pretty correct. I felt pretty good, and whenever I was wrong, I was pretty fair. Oh, that's too bad. Oops, I wonder what I said. I thought I was on a really good run this time too. You want a crazy girl with mental so you can fix her. I want a crazy girl with mental issues so she can kill me. We are not the same. Oh, that's fair, Skelly. That's very fair. That's very fair, man. That's very fair. But you know, people do like fixer up projects, right? Like there is like that general trend that some people get together with other people just to fix them. What game consoles should be public domain? All Sega stuff, and Sega not do anything with IP right now. I don't know. I don't know the League of Legends lore that much, but I know they changed core lore for the show. Yeah, they did. From how she's portrayed in the game as wacky crazy, the show Jink is more tragic. Yes, she is. Reminds me of Shigaraki. Okay. Toga is boring character next to Shigaraki. The fan base is like those jerks who said Fox girls shouldn't go around looking like that with Toru. Yeah, it's almost as if children were evil. Hey, N63, give a random kid shitty superpowers based. Honestly, I think I can summarize All for One in one sentence. Well, that didn't go at all like I planned, but I'm still confident that I'm going to win in the end. Yeah. That's pretty much like, yeah, he's confident he's going to win at the end. Kayla says, I like Toga because of her interaction with Izuku. Otherwise, I'm like, Toga is alright. I find Shigaraki to be more of a joke than All for One, honestly. Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Because, like, you have All for One, and then you have Shigaraki, who's All for One's puppet, right? So if All for One's a joke, then obviously the guy that is being controlled by All for One is a joke. And we've been talking about, Shigaraki being a joke since a very long time ago. Like, this guy, like, he's standing on the shoulder of a giant saying that he's actually as tall as a giant. And that's not how it works. Overall, in Gentle are better villains than all members of villains. If I was going to make a deal with All for One for a quirk, I would at least make it a good one, not a male laser that hurts me. I don't think the naval laser was originally like that. We've seen All for One switch with people in that flashback. Quirk looked way different. Something probably happened to Aoyama. I gotta be careful with that one time because people pointed out that it might be a different quirk altogether, and it might be, but I do like to keep that possibility open, what you pointed out. I just like how one complained about how long your videos are. They said I just like to complain about how long your videos are. They said that My Hero Academia reviewers with no more than 10-minute videos get the point across. I love your video. Oh, yeah. You point out more in-depth things than the 10-minute reviews. Thanks, Kayla. Yeah, it's okay. I know that that's going to be an issue with some people. I mean, like, Chibi got the same kind of flack when he was doing problems before. Sorry. When he was doing Tokyo Ghoul, he had the same kind of criticisms. I remember, like, for Neverwell was complaining at Chibi reviews for doing 40-minute videos for Tokyo Ghoul. Like, whatever. I don't really mind too much. Still sad to hear it though. Let's see. Think with 10-minute videos they're made just so they hit the sweet spot. Yeah, that's true. There is like a little bit of a incentive to go for the 10. Not gonna, I don't see why they brought Jinx on mission. Such a liability. Oh, but that's probably just emotional, Ty. It probably is legitimately just an emotional thing. Do. All for one is Plankton with Plan Z. Don't fix people, they end up ditching you. Yeah, once they're better, it's like you're never gonna. You fix them up so well that they're gonna leave you forever. Let's see. Stain gets captured. Well, never expected that. All for one attack starters. Well, this isn't quite what I expected. Doesn't get new order. Well, she dies, so the fact that it was irrelevant. Yeah. What a funny guy. When you really think about it, he's a really funny guy. Let's see.
Boring. Out of the frying pan.
And okay, just finished with SA Progressive. Don't expect. Oh, hey, Animamus. And yeah, we're like it'll be like a relatively short stream. Oh, also guys, there's like some pretty cool Pokemon Arceus leaks. If you guys want to know about them, I'll like totally let you know. But like, there's just leaks about which Pokemon are getting those new old Sinnoh forms, and it's pretty cool. There's a few cool ones on it. Well, actually, there's like only like a handful of cool new ones. I'm really happy for Ursaring. It looks like Ursaring might be getting a new evolution. So if that happens, I'm 100% in. I think it's a normal fighting type though, from what I'm looking at here, or maybe that's a normal ground. Maybe normal rock? Anyway, it'll be pretty neat.
Give up. Illusion shattered. Stand clear. Absorption test. Shine down. Torn to oblivion. Don't waste my time. I must leave no stone unturned.
Anyway, let me just go back here. If I had a, okay, let's see. If I had a child and I was a terrorist, I'd bring my child with me so that they can carry on the fight after I die. Okay, Skel. With whatever 3-letter agency. Okay, Skel, gotcha. Gotcha, man. Okay, I should be paying attention here.
Stand clear. There is no escape. Steady as stone.
Are any of them noble Pokemon? I think the Ursaring is the noble Pokemon, because it's on the side with the noble Pokemon. It looks like the genies are also getting new forms. So that'll be pretty neat. But yeah, let me just look at the image again. I think those are the only spoilers that there really are. Oh, no. There's another leak that says that to beat Pokemon Arceus, actually, like, you actually have to complete the entire Pokedex. Like, this is actually a relatively hard and grindy game if you want to properly beat it. So it'll probably have like a casual ending, and then like the, okay, you're going in for the long haul type ending. So let me just look at it here again. Actually, no, I'm not too sure about the Ursaring. It might end up being a noble Pokemon that they're protecting. But
as a dutiful maid would.
Yeah, it's on the same side as Cleaver, so it might actually end up being one of those. Anyway, there's also a Quillfish evolution, which is pretty nice. Good for it, if it actually is true. There's Avalugg, there's... What else is there here? Lilligant is getting an alternate form, maybe, possibly.
Absorption test.
Trying to see what other ones I spot in this image. And for anyone that's wondering where you can like just see this kind of stuff, it's just like on Reddit, on PokeLeaks. Otherwise, you can try and just look around on 4chan. But recently, Reddit's been having quite a few of them. And then the starters, they're saying that starters will have old Sinnoh forms, so that'll be pretty neat too. Should have brought the Pyro character.
As a good knight should.
It's okay though, because Noelle just kind of whacks everything anyway. Let's see, any recent pull on banners? No, not really. Get ready for another useless explosion next chapter. Oh yeah, man, that's gonna be so great. I'm gonna be so excited for that. Let's see, have we ever seen Alpha Run kill someone? And I don't think we have. We've seen him try, or at the very least, we've seen him like really maim people. He's really good at maiming. No, Shigaraki has more of a kill count than All For One. Okay, let's see here. Have we ever seen All For One kills? I don't think we have. Okay, so yeah. As for there being more than one trader, at this point, like there is more than one trader. It's Aoyama and his family. Like they're technically traders too, but I think it'd be smart for All For One to have more traders. I just think that's a smart. We've talked about it before. I just think that's the intelligent thing to do. Let's see. Sar said, some guy got the girl who runs that sushi account to post a pic of her cosplaying Makima from Chase. The man has hit new heights of flexing. Ah, excellent. Jinx is based, and I can't wait for her to not be killed in a shootout because the entire country goes to war, so they can't put in the manpower to stop her. I wonder if the quirk to set off explosions was destroyed by Star. I wonder too. That would actually be pretty good. Wait, but it doesn't matter. Shigaraki's the one that has it. The All For One main body might still have it, right? Like it doesn't actually matter, right? Because like All For One would still have it. I find most of the leaks kind of hard to believe. Oh, interesting, Chris. Interesting. I actually find them relatively easy to believe because they're all reasonable enough. Like for instance, Sneasel getting a old Sinnoh form. I think that's extremely believable, only because like one of the first leaked images has something that does look a little bit like Sneasel in it. Let's see. What was that name? Oh, that one, the one fish from Johto, the blowfish. I forgot the name already. Yeah, that one having an evolution also seems reasonable to me because that seems like something that Game Freak would do. We'll have to see though. Like once we get the next reveal for the Sinnoh form, like it'll say whether or not the leak is correct, and then we can talk about that later on. Now where is the Ito place? Ah, it's over here. Oh great, I haven't unlocked it yet. Still have to get that. Okay. Let's see, Lock Copium. Completing the Pokedex and Legends would better be better than getting a certificate in the main games. Yeah, I think like people are saying like it ends with Arceus or whatever. Take away a grain of salt, always. Here's my question to you. What kind of pizza is your type and favorite toppings? My favorite topping is just cheese pizza with pineapple. I like pineapple. Competing in Pokedex and Legends is not just capture, but also observing their behavior on nature and also their combat capability, like watching them using moves. Oh, jeez. That's a lot. That's a lot, Miguel. That's quite an investment. I keep forgetting that I haven't unlocked this place, and then we come over here, and it just turns into, how do we get in there? Anyway, enjoying the randomness of Fruit of Evolution anime. Ah, Quillfish. Thank you. Yes, Quillfish. I was thinking Quilladin, but it's like that's not the fish. Quillfish. Thank you, man. Let's see. What was your favorite episode? Scale. Mine was 7 because of that ending fight. Okay, let's see. It seems that they wanted Trader to actually do something that hurt the heroes. The sibling UA security system to have been the most predictable outcome. All For One did kill people in Camino, I think. Oh, from the blast. Oh yeah. Okay. Actually, yeah. Heck. All right. Yeah. Good on him. Yeah. What a dick. All right. Yeah. No. Good on him. Good on him. He actually lived up to his hype, I guess, maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna do that challenge there. Let's see, I'll be watching the show, so I'll decide then. Right now, I say it's 3. I might be evil, but I don't I do want that explosion to happen. Not because of that loser Alpha 1. I just want to see 1A and the UA for actively react to this. Yeah. Deku and the boys, Baku and Todoroki, have the highest kill counts in My Hero Academia from what they did in the last movie. Oh! I'll have to look at the movie, Mark. Let's see, but the problem with Trip is that Alpha 1 isn't smart. It would indeed be smart, or even just common sense, to have multiple. Old nutsack face isn't that smart at all. Does Alpha 1 require a quirk that he's formed a vestige in it to trigger the explosion if Nagan's a representation of how it works? Okay, I need to read that again. I don't know. That's actually one of the questions I had about it too, Speed. Like, I don't know if a vestige of All for One is the one triggering the explosion. Like, I really don't know. And Game Challenger Wolf, I think I answered the question already. I wonder if we're going to the moon next chapter in Dr. Stone. I think it's still going to be a while. I think maybe 2 more chapters. Sure, I thought I'll hate Jinx, but as the show goes on, she gets really interesting. I have one issue, but I'll explain when you finish the show. That's fair. Like, look, I might still not like Jinx, but I can respect whatever they do to make her justified, right? Like, it's the same kind of thing that happens with Overlord. I don't like any of the main Overlord characters except for Sebas. But I can respect what the guy did. I do find it incredibly funny that the Overlord author doesn't really want to continue Overlord for many reasons, but that he also wants to do a high school wrestling story next time. Just really speaking of how depressing writing Overlord is. If you go full on, I just want to do sports anime pretty much. But yeah, I can respect it, Chad. Even if I don't like the character, like I'll probably be telling you, like, yeah, I respected it. Like, it made sense. As long as it makes sense, that's really all that matters too.
Ooh, wonderful.
Let's see. Oh, good game. Let's see. Kind of wish we could see more of the game actually being played, though. Most of it is environment shots. Yeah, for Pokemon, I agree with you, Chris. Let's see. You're a monster for that pizza combo. Oh, great. Nah, I like the contrast of flavors. So the sweetness of the pineapple versus the cheesiness really just works for me. So that's why I enjoy it. Our boy Rudy got buddied in episode 21. Oh, it's finally happened? Okay. Imagine thinking she's ever justified. Doubt we'll see anything significant here, as the trader is messing things up in UA since All for One said he needed more time. Either Aoyama explodes or he's detained for now. I really hope that UA is able to get a victory on this whole trader plot. Just be like, oh, you wanted to blow up Aoyama? Well, we have this one quirk that doesn't let you do it, or something like that, you know? I really want them to get a win on this one. I will never find this place. It's below my feet. Ah, here we go. Finally. I had found it on my friend's world, so I'm very happy I finally found it here. Okay. Imagine thinking she's ever justified. Okay, that will see anything significant here as a trader. Okay, got that. I didn't want her to abuse me. Okay, gotcha, Skell. I really thought Todoroki killed Chimera in the last movie. Floating his inside was some Mortal Kombat fatality. I would think so. I think Jinx designed to be hated. It's kind of tough because like they celebrate Jinx quite a lot. Like just with her intro, like yeah, her introduction video and all that kind of stuff. They do celebrate her quite a lot. Let's see. Being that you haven't seen the movie, what did you think when you saw the new puppet having the new movie character in the top 10? I'm not surprised. Not really, Chris. I thought that was alright. Like, I know the anime really influences the polling. Like, Shinzo's in the thing because of season 5 of the anime. And Shinzo was a favorite during season 2. And I know that Rody, I believe his name was, had a big fandom among the girls. So, given what happened last time with Shindo, it's really just, that makes sense to me. He probably just got the girls excited and then they boosted him up into the thing. Like, you know, good for him. Like, but otherwise, it's really a non-issue. Birds don't sound happy about that pizza combo. Oh, well, the birds don't know anything, man. Tiny Tina or something like that. I like how BSP is going on and the Pokemon anime is currently dealing with Dialga and Palkia. Well, yeah, but that makes sense though, right? Because they were going to do some kind of cross promotion since that's what the anime is there for. So that, you know, to be expected. It's like the expected move. Like the anime has done that a few times before as well. I think in smaller segments. Oh, hey, Power. The birds prefer birdseed pizza. Oh, very true, Sweet. Very true. I found a comment of the guy saying that you always...
Leave it all to me.
Oh, okay. So I think I found a comment of the guy saying that you always say to not overanalyze Hori's art, but you end up overanalyzing the panel of Toru. Oh, that's... I remember what I did. That was for the dialogue, right? Because I think that's the only thing I really overanalyzed. But like, that's... Yeah. I mean... I'm always careful with... I feel like I'm always careful with the panels. Mostly because like I get them wrong sometimes, so I try to be careful with them. Okay. Well, I can kind of... I think I know what that might be referring to, maybe.
Think you can get away? Race you.
Thanks, Sarge.
Out of the frying pan into...
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Do I really say to not overanalyze the art too much?
Illusion shattered.
Yeah, but then again, this time I don't think I did it with Toru. Then again, so much happens in a 40-minute video. Okay, I love how you call your pest an idiot for feeling holy because you wouldn't do the deception trick again. Yeah, I like that part too, Kayla. Thanks. Let's see. His parents said this area wasn't being bought, but it's probably watching them with one of Hatsume's drones hinted in season 5. It'd be interesting if she actually has a drone going around there. Actually. Oh, sorry, Ty. Let's see. Sorry, I need to dig. Oh, you're the only one who shared my opinion on Overlord Trip. The characters are really unlikable. I only finished season 1, but I feel that Jinx is meant to be hated and put out of her misery. Okay. Well, the Overlord characters are meant to be hated too, to some degree, like by regular people. Like there was that one moment in season 3 where it's like 100%. Like you're hoping that these guys aren't gonna be dicks about it, but they are 100% dicks. I can't help but laugh when I see that image of All For One giving the quirk to Aoyama. He looks so threatening until you realize he's giving away the belly button laser beam diarrhea quirk. You know, but if All For One had a like a steel gut quirk, it would be kind of different, right? Because then he wouldn't be affected. Let's see. Legends Arceus reminds me of Chaotic Season 3 when they went to the past and could get cards from that era. There better be interactions between Legends and BDSP. And yeah, Chaotic Season 3, yeah, that was pretty cool. Like when Chaotix did that, I was thinking like, yeah, it's cool that they're getting ancient cards. I really think Chaotix should have... I think that's one of those shows that should have made the main character a little bit more special. Because then it would have just made things a lot more interesting. Instead of like kind of keeping him relatively at a fair level. So threatening until you realize, okay, got that. Legend Arceus, got that. Imagine All For One shooting off a belly button laser. Imagine him doing the Aoyama pose, man. I would love to see him do Aoyama's pose.
Time for takeoff. Now I'm really in a pickle. Time to clean up. Someone needs...
Let's see, All For One must have been like, yes, I get rid of the Yusakura. Yusakura will use this. I can picture All For One thinking this. Let's see, Mashoko yesterday. Wow, oh, nice, Biz. Hope you're enjoying it. I do think people are downplaying the capabilities of the belly button quirk. Oh, 1 second. It's the equivalent to David's shield's really flexible fingers. Yeah, no, I think the belly button quirk is interesting because, like, at the end of the day, it's like it's hard light, right? There's a lot of cool things that you could probably do with that. It's just Aoyama that makes it kind of goofy. But really, being able to shoot a laser beam from anywhere would be able to hurt a lot of people. I still think All For One having that reflection was weird since Todo could do the same thing. Well, Ty, let's give it more time. There was one thing that happened, speaking of overanalyzing art. There was one thing way back when we saw the Doctor, that he had a Nomu that looked like it had grapes on it. And I thought, like, Mineta's quirk? So the thing is, because we don't really know how exactly the Doctor does the copies, we probably should be assuming that the Doctor is able, like, whenever he has a kid that he's checking up or whatever, maybe the Doctor just is able to copy the quirk there, and that's how they get the, like, any quirk that looks similar to any of the kids' quirks or something like that. Now, Ty, as for that situation with the reflection quirk, let's just give it some more time, because if Todo is somehow still involved with All For One, then we have a situation where, yeah, okay, here we are. That's kind of justifying the reflection quirk. If not, then we will just have to say that just because someone has a reflection quirk doesn't necessarily mean that they are the same person or something like that. Like, two people can have the same quirk probably. So I would say, like, at this point, with the way things are going right now in the manga, let's just wait until we know for sure that, like, there's only one trader or two traders or whatever amount of traders. To be fair, I'd rather have a red quirk than have a spray bottle as a head. Yeah, I agree with that, Kayla. Oh, Trip, there are two new students in Iruma-kun since they're in year 2. One of them really likes Iruma, and another fears him since the first years are calling him top score killers. Oh, neat. I've seen people online making jokes about how Naval is probably just a quirk that gave All Might his injury. Just imagine that image. You're fighting an enemy, all of a sudden they shoot the laser out of their belly button. Well, to be fair, like, it's not out of their belly button, but it's more like out of their torso. I think that would be pretty cool. I still question how Legends will keep engagement when catching is the main thing to do, but I do hope more games in the past. Well, the one leaker is saying that it's really grindy, so I don't know. Thoughts on the event with the giant flower in Genshin? I haven't done it yet. Random, I saw Kara do it. I thought it was alright. I'm, like, working on it now. The Doctor copying the quirk could be as simple as taking a blood sample. Yeah, exactly, Matt. That's what I was thinking too, because, like, it looked like he had blood samples in his lab. So if it's just as simple as taking a blood sample, then that's easy. That's an easy justification for why All For One can have any quirk. And Kayla, for me, like, you know, this has always been my point with these things. You guys point out those things as suspicious, but I think those are just normal. I feel like if you had to justify it, you could just say, like, oh yeah, this is just, oh, Todo wasn't at school that day, or like, oh, I just kind of forgot to draw her, or like other one just being like, oh, she's just saying stuff, or, you know, some mistranslation kind of thing. I'm downplaying it, but if it's not her, like, just be ready, because those are going to be the reasons to justify those weird instances. I still think there is a sleeper agent trader. Imagine Todo is a Nomu. They gave false memories, false family, and can activate when needed. Possibly Netsu too. Fair enough. But, you know, just to channel White Despair here, we like to think that All For One is smart, but maybe he's not that smart. Yeah, Trip, the first year student is telling Iruma to stay away because he believes hanging out with him will make him part of Iruma's harem. Okay. If my memory serves me correct, back when the heroes raided Doctor's lab, he mentioned that replicating even a single quirk was a very difficult and long process. Yes, difficult and long. But remember, he had a lab full of replicated quirks just hanging on his wall, right? Like, it's difficult and long, but when you consider how many quirks are replicated, think about how many of the Nomu have the regen quirk, right? He was able to replicate this in a relatively short amount of time for the amount of Nomu that he had available.
Time for takeoff.
And to be fair, the All For One quirk was replicated relatively early on, from what we understand, because the quirks that he had loaded up in there, well, actually, I think the All For One quirk's timing of when it got replicated might be the thing that tells us how long this actually takes. But for the kids, you know, he has over 10 years to get a replication of any of the kids' quirks from the current UA class, right? If we're thinking about it logically.
On to oblivion.
Hey, Black Fox. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. The longer this goes on, I keep thinking about what Sarge has told me about what people are saying on the comments of the videos, and like it's getting to me a little bit. Oh, but do I need to be happier on the videos? Do I need to be more positive? I can be more positive, but I need to start watching Dr. Mike again, because that's the only way I'm going to be more positive. I'll think about it. I feel like I've been reasonable in the recent videos, though. But then again, I haven't been watching Dr. Mike. I might be more cranky than I think I am. Might be my tone, too. Might have to think about that. Might have to be less cranky. Oh, but nah, be honest. Thanks, Z-Killer. I'm just saying, like, it's just so fun to make fun of Hero Academia. Trust me, they just want the attention. Oh, okay, gotcha, Sarge. You can say negative things with a positive tone. Yeah, like, Ty, you are a terrible person. And Ty, you're not a terrible person, but on Thursdays you are. Trip, I got a theory idea for you. Oh, yeah, go for it, Black Fox. If copying a quirk is as easy as a blood sample, then All For One's just a dick. He would need to take quirks just copy. Yeah. But you know what? All For One might get like a special kind of rush from being evil. He might be the kind of guy that, you know, what'd be funny if All For One, every time he does something evil, he scores himself, like that one anime. The main character didn't do it, but it was Combat Agent Number 6 or something like that by the Konosuba author. Yeah, no, it'd just be really funny if All For One is keeping tabs on how evil he is. I just feel like he must have. Oh, it actually makes a lot of sense. He has the how much of a demon lord am I list, and on that list he takes his time to just point out like, hey, I am doing great. Like other day I stole candy from a baby. I stole these building blocks. Then I played with them. I called All Might a poopy face or something like that. Or oh yeah, right. I said All Might had a stupid face. I smack talked the dying woman, like showed her. Yeah, no, actually, this level of pettiness makes sense. Oh, you know what? I bet My Hero Academia Smash would show it. My Hero Academia Smash would 100% take the piss out of All For One. Oh, hey, Prower, I saw that you were here earlier, but you said Colleen will voice Tails again in Sonic 2? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Like the movie, you mean, right?
I must leave no stone unturned.
Let's see. No, I stopped believing in All For One. I believe this was a doctor's doing. Imagine using a child's body for a Nomu and giving it sentience. All For One is pretty useless without Doctor. Yeah, I mean, like, the Doctor facilitates a lot, right? Like, what All For One really... Like, the good thing for All For One is that he was able to charisma the Doctor onto his side. But, like, the Doctor is pretty messed up. I mean, anyone that hangs out with, like, mutilated Nomus, like that, the way the Doctor does... Like, have you guys noticed that those Nomu have those pipes leading from them? I'm pretty sure those are poop pipes. I'm pretty sure this guy is walking around and these Nomu are just producing poop all the time and he just has them hooked up to pipes. Anyway... All I'm trying to say is, like, this guy is gross. He has a manual called How to Be a Demon Lord. Unfortunately, stop reading after the 3rd chapter. Yes, 100%. Yes. When All Might's words about their heart of a hero is still true. Yeah. In a way, it is. Mind you, like, now it just moves into, well, All Might's not keeping track of the fact that their hearts are hurting. Like he was fooled by Aoyama. Like it might be also a thing that All Might just doesn't look at Aoyama that often. But yeah, like Aoyama still wants to help his parents. I still am not a fan of that mom though. And Prower, I don't know. I don't follow Sonic, so Sonic could be having anything. Like for all I know, they could start renumbering the Sonic games or something, and then it just gets called Sonic 2. Like again, I don't know. I don't follow Sonic well enough to know. Let's see. Speaking of My Hero Academia, how do you think the fight in Vigilante will end? Because it looks to be wrapping up in the next chapter or two. I think Koichi's probably just... Wait, is that his name? Koichi, sorry. I think Koichi is just going to... I think it's just going to be an easy beatdown. I think Koichi's going to get the skill win on him. and maybe he'll get like a new little power to kind of, or like a new application of his quirk just to make it kind of work a little bit more. But like the win for him is, I think, pretty guaranteed. Maybe one lasting wound, maybe yeah, maybe one lasting wound. Maybe you have other people kind of show up there to kind of help in the final moment as well.
As a dutiful maid would.
I pull all units for new banners and extra cow units. Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha, John. Let's see. Without the doctor, no enhanced Shigaraki. Wait. Sorry, wait. Before I get to your style, I think I missed Kayla's. This makes me question what kind of kid All For One was. I bet All For One was a bad boy or edgy teenager. No, Kayla. Kayla, remember. Well, Kayla, my theory is that All For One was the biggest loser, and he was also poor. And he also didn't have any friends. Those are the things that... Oh, I guess, yeah, he would be kind of edgy. He would be kind of edgy, maybe. Like, he'd be a loner. Or maybe he'd want to have friends, but no one kind of went next to him because he was a little bit too smelly or something like that, you know? I gotta really think about, like... Because, like, Horikoshi probably going to give him a little bit of a sob story because I think Yoichi is going to have a sob story. And to make that work, if you're going to give him a sob story, then All For One has to be, like, adjacent to that. Okay... All For One was that weird kid that cheered the villain during movies. Yeah, very true. Okay, so going back to ties here. Without the doctor, no enhanced Shigaraki, no high ends, no regeneration. The doctor should have been in charge if he was serious about his work.
Illusion shattered.
Steady as stone.
You know, yeah. I mean, like, White the Spirit does have that theory that the doctor is going to take over All For One's body at the end of all of this, but from right now, like, the doctor to me is just like he's made to be a follower kind of thing. Like, he was a guy that was laughed out of academia, and then, like, All For One shows up and it's like, hey, I believe in you. And the guy's like, oh my god, no one's ever said they love me. And it's like, what? No, I didn't say I love you. Like, oh, no, yeah, sorry. I meant believe in me. And that's how their relationship started. Then again, the guy has a grandkid. Like, he is successful. He's probably only successful post All For One. And you know what? Like, that little skit there for All For One and the Doctor, actually, it's really plausible given what we've seen from the Doctor before. Let's see. Matt said, stole Ragdoll's quirk, made her cry, 10,000 evil points. Yeah, actually, you made a girl cry. Yeah, you dick. Aoyama's going to die the same way Nagant went out, but in a larger scale like bomb to keep the school immobile, and this is how Shinzo joins 1A. Okay. You know, I am still not a fan of, like, Shinzo's replacing someone. Like, it's just Shinzo's going to be in 1A. That's it. There's nothing else. It's just he's going to be in 1A. That said, it'd be interesting if All For One went for the bomb. It'd be funny, too, because it's like he was just talking about how he has friends, and it's like, all right, I just got rid of the one friend I was talking about, blow him up, but here we are. I come in and... Oh, hey, Gohan. Let's see. If you get Aoyama face to face with All For One, he should be able to blow him out of existence. All For One may be fast, but not light speed fast. Yeah, Kenneth, you'd want to believe that, right? But then, Star and Stripe was able to catch lasers. I don't know. I hope he's able to get him in the instant. I guess, like, the big thing is, like, Aoyama has thinking time. So Aoyama, if All For One is able to tell when Aoyama's thinking of firing the laser, that's probably it. Like, there was one time when I was working on a video game story, and I was thinking about, like, what would be the difference between a light elemental and a thunder elemental, or a lightning elemental. And really, like, the difference I came on to is that if you're a light elemental, you could probably move at the speed of light once you have a projection. But depending on your thinking time, the thinking time would be the big difference between a electric elemental and a light elemental. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is just because we're talking about how could you thwart someone that's moving at the speed of light. If you look at what One Piece does with Kizaru, One Piece makes it very clear when Kizaru is winding up for a kick or something like that. Like, you see him charging up, and that's kind of how the characters get around it. So when it comes down, if we were actually having, like, a serious light speed fight, or someone that can attack at light speed, I think it would turn into a big thing of looking at the thinking time, because you can just say that it takes a while. And then with electricity, and we've seen this a lot with shonen, Usually with electricity, the idea is your thinking time is what's actually really reduced, even though your actual like attack time might be slower than light speed because of the way that because of the speed of because of the way that discharges work when it comes to electrons. Oh yeah, Prower. Yeah, now that we can do PvP, yeah, we should. Okay, let's see. I could only see Aoyama's parents exploding. That would suck. Actually, that would make me wonder how they got the stuff to be exploded. That would make me kind of wonder. I could only see Aoyama's parents. Let's see. I got you here. Let's see. Hey, so what quest you need to beat to start this next current event with the net and the dogs? Oh, I'm not too sure, Mega. Does anyone know the stuff for the quest? And sorry, Curb. It's because I'm just really slow on the events. I haven't started them yet. So I can't tell ya. Oh, do you maybe have to beat Inazuma? That's going to take a while. All for one sure is lucky that he is literally incapable of feeling hatred, or else he would be taken over by the vestige of one person he stole a quirk from. Then they would fuse into an entirely new entity that's neither of the two it was made of. Sure is lucky that he literally can't feel hatred. Let's see. Moving through. Also, his brother was a total Chad with his harem. All for one was totally salty. Yeah, totally. Ameri's still number one. Let's see. I can't stop twinkling. Really, the traitor? Yeah, he's definitely a traitor, Tiandra. Definitely a traitor. What if All for One was treated badly because he actually cared and put his brother ahead of him, and society ragged on him for supporting the Rik Yoichi? Oh man, I might feel bad. Actually, like I actually might. Oh damn it. I might feel bad on that one. That's actually pretty tragic there. Crap. Oof. Yoichi should have done a better job. We find out Yoichi's actually the real villain. Sarge said Deku does bullets at near point blank range in the first movie, so speed means nothing here. Fair enough, Sarge. Fair enough. Aoyama has one thing going for him, and that's All for One doesn't seem to understand the concept of dodging. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Still, I only see Ameri end up with Iruma. Oh, that's cute. Let's see. I'm curious how All for One found out how to fuse vestiges. The power of believing in yourself. I really think it comes down to that. I think it's just he believes in himself so much that it just happens. No matter how sad and depressing Aoyama's backstory is, or sorry, All for One's back, I'm not going to sympathize with him. The potato lived for at least a century. What did he do with his life? Manipulate people of all ages, kill people, promote his followers to killing people, and so on. Why did people try to keep him alive anyway? He's so dangerous and old. Even the thought of trying to regain a quirk for him just doesn't justify it. Yeah, no, I think Tartarus should have just said, oh, we had an accident, and just executed him then and there. Maybe making light element not only tied to light, but more like general, so stuff like transformations can be done with the light element. Oh, that'd be pretty cool too. Yeah, Miguel, that's a pretty creative one. That's a pretty creative thing there with the light element. Also, did you get your Forma Soul from Summoner? Know who you? Oh no, I haven't. I haven't, Prower. I haven't put on Fire Emblem in like a week. Oh, sorry, Ty. Let me go and look for it. I have another Forma Soul as well, so I'll have to go and look. Now, Ty, where are you? How does this keep happening to Ty of all people? Where are you, Ty? Oh, this one. Still wondering how Chimera survived that Sub-Zero fatality Todoroki did on him. Thought he died, but he was walking fine at the end of the movie. Maybe he was just so Chimera, he was just tough. Maybe. I don't know. I really have... Like, it's a movie villain, right? Like, I legitimately have no idea. Other than people are being very PG-13 with Shoto. Black Fox says, Ultra, remember Aoyama has issue with the quirk, so it makes sense that All for One would use the same issue inside Aoyama's body to make him combust. Oh, you're saying like the stomach collapsing? Well, you know what would be cool? If All for One can do the forced activation from a distance and have Aoyama fire off his quirk like crazy until his stomach collapses. That'd be pretty brutal. That'd be a brutal kill. Doesn't have to be explosion. Have to be fast and speed of light. Be made of exotic matter with strange properties. Agreed. By darkness, the absence of... Just by logic, you are always there before light. Oh, if you go for like a conceptual kind of one. Yeah, I like... Oh, that's a good one. I think that's pretty clever in terms of the concept of it. Yeah. That'd be pretty neat. His parent went to All for One. Okay, he got that. Let's see. Knowing about vestiges is just one of the benefits of literally being unable to feel hatred. I agree, she's winning, but okay, no, that's Iruma-kun. Bakugo slammed that guy into a metal pipe with a lot of force and he was fine. Yes, I remember that, man. Like, that was like, alright. These kids are made of steel. There's no way around that. That could have killed someone. People have died for less. Bakugo's just flinging people into... Oh, yeah, no. No, sometimes it's always interesting the stuff that the author decides to make stick. Well, was the metal pipe also in the manga? I think it was. Because it was such a good moment for Bakugo. I think it would have been in the manga. Sarge, do you know if the new artifact set is good for Barb? Because I have the Maiden Beloved on her, and I'm considering switching out to Kokomi's set to see if we can get that crazy damage. Where is it actually? It should be at the bottom because I've been collecting it for a while. Prayers to Springtime? What is Prayers to Springtime? Oh, that one. Okay. Let's see. It's not any of these. Husk of Opulent Dreams? Nope. That's the one. Ocean Hued Clam. And I do have a HP one. Oh, it's viable? Okay, gotcha, Sarge. Let's see. And Trip. So, now we're getting Mahoka. The past chapters in anime form. Lesai. Oh. Great. I just hope that goes back to Iruma and Ameri interactions after this arc. Okay, still hoping for All For One trying to get noticed by that female villain from North Korea or Russia. I just imagine this as Death-like villain who already controls her country. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. It's only good if you want a little bit extra damage, but it's not that good. Oh, it's not? Oh, I thought she would overheal perfectly. Is this so is this artifact set really only meant for Kokomi pretty much? Like, is Kokomi the only one that will actually be able to hit the maximum damage potential on it? Because I really thought that Barb would be able to hit it. Because let me just read it again. When this thing is equipped, appear for 3 seconds, accumulating the amount of HP recovered from healing, including overhealing. At the end of duration, the seed-dyed foam will explode, dealing damage to nearby opponents based on 90% of the accumulated healing. Reactions. Only one seed-dyed foam can be produced every 3.5 seconds. Man, just think about like how much they had to do to make Kokomi viable. Each seed-dyed foam can accumulate up to 30,000. There can be no more than one seed-dyed foam active at any time. The effect can still be triggered even when the character who is using the artifact set is not on the field. Oh, Gohan, you sent me something? I'll have to look at Discord. I didn't get my notifications today. Let's see. In movie 2, Bakugo slammed the villain into a stone wall and caused a gigantic explosion at his head specifically. It was way bigger than than one of Bakugo's normal explosions. That guy should have died. I saw someone pointing out how in the place there are things where in like Kill the Beast. Thought it was interesting. Oh, I didn't notice that. That is pretty cool. How has Mina not killed anyone? She shot acid on that one villain head in the last movie. Only melted her hair, which was like steel. Should have melted her. Agreed. Look at how foolish Class 1A are for saying that All For One lost to All Might at Camino. We know better now. We know better now. Wait, we know better now, Trip. We know that All Might choosing not to die means that All For One won. If you want to use it, you need an HP percent hourglass and cup with that healing bonus crown. There are new artifacts that be like when you heal, you do more damage up. Let's see, the one who survives is the winner. Wait, I mean, by going away, All For One was able to make Shigaraki independent, which is essentially for taking over a body. Yes! Lots of stuff going on. If you mean Mahoka, then we are getting of Mahoka, where before Miyuki started to acknowledge Tatsuya. Oh, gotcha. Okay, it's basically their past as kids and how we found out what happened to their mother and maid. Okay, gotcha. The most you can do is 30k if you're lucky, and it can crit it all plus its white damage. And it can't crit it all its white damage. Okay, gotcha. Trying to think if I can hit higher than 30,000 at any point in time. I mean, we do have Kokomi. Like, I want to make Barb more viable, but we do have Kokomi. We could just lop it on Kokomi, I guess. But I hate her so much. I don't like her in combat. Do I want? Nah. Alright, I'll try with Barb. I'll try with Barb, see what kind of damage she can hit. And if she can hit the 30,000, we'll see. Let's see. Anyone see the new Spider-Verse trailer? Miles looks a little older and Gwen looks good with longer hair. No, I haven't seen that. Let's see. It tells their past as kids. Gotcha, Gohan. Mega said, someone told me yesterday the immovable god and the eternal euthymia. The quest need to start it. I just haven't gotten to Inazuma, so I don't know how far in the storyline the quest goes. Yeah, Mega. It's gonna be a while. If you need to get to that quest, like you have to go through all of Leeway, right? Yeah, so you have to finish all of Leeway to be able to go to Inazuma. Alright. Let's try. So healing bonus. I should probably lock these up. No, it's fine. There's only one person that uses that set. Okay, so let's see. Healing bonus. We have 22. Do we have any healing bonus? No, so maybe I'll look for another one for that one. We have an HP for that one. So HP, no sands. That's going to be unfortunate. Give her that one. HP plus 5.8. Lots of crit rates on these things. I think I have a few more gems to be able to do this. How hard is Child? Not too hard, Mega. You should be able to do it at the level you are at in the story. It should be okay. Like, Child was really hard when he first came out, but should be easier now, I think. I would assume.
May knowledge guide you.
Okay, what the spirit says? All for one. It says, All Might choosing not to die means that he lost our fight. After all, the winner is the one who lives the longest. Spinner, didn't you just contradict yourself? No. You could speedrun the story if you don't mind enjoying it, but to be fair, most of the game's main story in Leeway is going from place to another doing pointless things. It is. Actually, Mega, weren't you around, like, your characters were around level 50? I recall that being roughly where you're at because of your issue with Spiral. So are your characters around level 50? Like, what levels are you reaching? Yeah, the 1.0 child fight was horrific. But yeah, Mega, like if your characters are at level 70, which they should be by now because it was a long time ago since you had that trouble, you should be okay. Great, Mega. Alright, so you're around level 50 if I'm getting the timing of that right.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Oh, nah. Okay, gotcha, man. Trident in order to take over. Let's see. But yeah, Miguel made a good point here, Mega. If you go in and you do Leeway, you can rush it. And there are like parts of Leeway that are just kind of waste of time. They're just 50. Okay, so Mega, for Child, I think probably push them up to level 60. If you don't have the Adventurer rank to do that, then you're gonna have to really. Actually, is it Adventure rank limited? I don't think it should be. Yeah, you might just have to break through level 50 and get up to the higher levels. I wasn't a fan of the character Raiden Ball in the story, mainly because the character she's based off is better from Honkai. Well, like, you know, I don't really think she's, like, I think she's a nice little reference, but I really don't, well, I guess I don't think she's really based off of her. I think she's a nice little reference across the team. I think she's a namesake. But otherwise, like, I think Raiden, or sorry, I think Ball stands as her own person kind of thing. Like, I like what Ball is doing in general. Like, and I like the whole dynamic with the robot Ball or whatever you want to call her, puppet, the Shogun puppet or whatever she calls it.
Think you can get away?
I stopped at 25, just broke through, and the AR jumped from 25 to 33. Oh, it's because you accumulated a lot of experience. Guy, you might have made the game really hard for yourself. not consistently. Like, I think the current Mei is pretty good, but I think Balls, or I think Raiden currently is a pretty good character on paper. Like, I don't think Eula is very good. Like, if we're talking about which girls I think are good, I don't think Eula is very good. Like, when you have like characters in the story telling other characters to just disregard the things that she's saying because she has a weird gimmick, I don't think you're a good character. I also don't think Kokomi is a very good character. So, like, when it comes to Genshin, when you look at the collection of characters you have available, I do think Raiden comes out being one of the better ones. Though I think the boys in Genshin get treated a lot better than the girls, because sometimes the girls are just borderline stupid. Like Ganyu's character event was probably one of the big eye-opening moments of, yeah, no, this is, it's like the Genshin team tries to make the girls just vulnerable and weak to like fill whatever kind of fantasy is going on for the player. Where then when you go to the boys, it's like, yeah, shit, man. Zhong Li's character quest is about stopping Agedaha. Meanwhile, Kokomi's having a little bit of, well, Kokomi's has a little bit of drama. But then I think Raiden or A's was about going out on a date or something like that. Anyway, I think the girls get unfairly treated. Now, when it comes to Honkai, like going back to Gohan's point here, my point is that I don't think that we should be comparing them, because when it comes to Honkai, those characters in general are treated way better. Like Honkai is like where all the integrity of the MiHoYo team goes pretty much at this point. And the current Honkai story is pretty good too. I'm really enjoying the current Honkai story event that's going on. It's like Honkai is so trippy too, because like in Honkai they have full on they have multiple realities. They have they're talking about concepts like an imaginary tree where the multiverse lives. Then there's like a sea of quanta where like when a leaf from the multiverse tree falls, it becomes a own little bubble universe in the sea of quanta or something that gets destroyed. Like there's a lot of really interesting metaphors that go into explaining like the science fiction of Honkai, which makes it really interesting. And like right now, like one of the characters is trying to give the characters more time by wiping away 500 years of their current history, which is just like, it's an interesting concept. Like Honkai is where like all the really cool concepts are, and Genshin is pretty much the game that fuels it by getting the money. Alright, I had my little moment there. Let's see, you know Popeye, he saved the spinach industry in the Great Depression, increased sales by 33%. He was technically the first superhero-like character and came out 9 years before Superman. That is wonderful. Come on, that enunciation. Isn't it Ball? Like B-A-H-L? It's either Bal, but if you're saying Bal, it's B-A-A-L, but Ball, B-A-H-L. I think that's how you pronounce it, Ball. Am I mispronouncing it? It might also be an accent thing. Any prediction for tomorrow's chapter from Tripl or anyone in chat? They approve Hera. Oh, nice, Miguel. Good to know. Eula's a fun character. There's a difference between her being a mechanically fun character and her being a reasonable character in story. Like, look, when you have people talking about a leader in your military organization and saying, hey, don't mind her, don't listen to the things she says, because that's just the way she talks. When you're having a fundamental lapse in communication like that, and you're turning her character gimmicks into a joke with normal people, and you're having characters disregard her, and you have Paimon making jokes about, oh, Eula, she's always talking in weird ways. That's not a good character. You're taking a piss of the character. You're making a joke of her. That's not good. Mind you, it's different. If you're a slice of life, like whatever. But in the context of Genshin, Eula is essentially a chuny. Like Eula and Fischl are not that far removed, because ultimately the things that people would say about Fischl are like, when Fischl's involved with a story event and you're saying, hey, don't mind Fischl, the fact that you're saying the same things about Eula does not speak highly of Eula. Now, mind you, if you like cute girls doing cute things and you like them being like silly and vulnerable, then great. But in the context of Genshin, where she's the leader of a reconnaissance company for the military, yeah, no, come on. Zhong Li has like a funny little gimmick there, but most of the other times, you don't. Actually, they do make fun of him too. I'll take that point back. They do make fun of him sometimes. But Zhongli's always intelligent. They make fun of him because he's too intelligent. But that's my point on that one, Gohan. In terms of, like, it's a difference between the gameplay and the story character. Look at Yulin Newquest. She doesn't act like that. Yeah! Yeah! Like, Yulin and Newquest is pretty good so far because she's actually being pretty legit. Let's see. Not into Zhongli. I think it's because MiHoYo knows well it's public. I think so as well. Kokomi's quest is the worst. Let's see. Honkai is like a female-only game, so it's kind of biased too. It is. It is. There's like one playable male character right now, but he's in... Oh, yeah, I've already told the joke, but it's like the Honkai makes everyone into girls. There's like one playable character in the post-Honkai universe, and he's like the only male. And then on Star Rail, I think there's a bunch of playable characters who are male, but there's no Honkai there. So that's why you have playable male characters. That said, MiHoYo knows. MiHoYo knows how to do this. To be honest, the team for Honkai is completely different to Genshin. Yes, it is. I mean, like, they're the team that started it all, pretty much. But they're 100% getting the Genshin money. 100% that money's being funneled back into them. Honkai the past. Yep, agreed, Miguel. Personal prediction: Izuku forgives Aoyama. We find out what exactly the order All for One sent him was. The heroes use that info to plan against All for One chapter ends. I'm pretty okay with that one. Honkai flat out states there's all timelines and all universes. Yes, I know, Gohan. Like, I've read the manga for Honkai. I've seen all the different events. I've read up on all the Captain verse. I'm aware. And, like, you know, Genshin is one of the worlds on the imaginary tree. So, like, we know how this works. I feel bad for Bennett, especially with the latest event, because he's too busy downing himself and calling himself a bad luck charm. I mean, like, technically, Genshin also acknowledges that there's multiple worlds because, like, the travelers come in on a shooting star. So we know there are more worlds. Still wondering how Aoyama got away with using his quirk against Compress. Should have been automatic death sentence. Mistake on Horikoshi's part. I don't think so. Because I don't think that All for One might have been paying attention enough. And the villains don't know who the traitor is. I don't think that Shigaraki's group ever knew who the traitor was. Because there's something that Shigaraki ordered Toga to do. Shigaraki wanted Toga to get blood of the students. That makes sense if he wants her to infiltrate. And if he wants her to infiltrate, it's because he doesn't know who the traitor is what I would say. So that's why that information didn't really come back to All for One. And it really depends on whether or not All for One has 24/7 surveillance on Aoyama. But if he doesn't, there's actually no reason for him to find out that Aoyama screwed the pooch on that one. If All for One was competent, I would say how that wouldn't happen, but because he probably has heavy surveillance on them, on his main trader, or if he gets found out. But yeah, double spy. Yeah. Let's see. Mind you, she dropped the vengeance thing, kinda. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of the event so far, Miguel, and yeah, she has kind of dropped it because the kid doesn't know who she is. So I actually like her a lot better when she's dropped it. Like I said, Zhongli isn't a character I like. For me, I don't want to ramble on about it because I'll just get annoyed and pissed. Anyway, I got that fist fighting Durandal as a new character I can use. Oh, nice! Nice, Gohan, nice. So Honkai's kind of like fate gender bending. Yes, there's 100%. Like, everyone is so in Honkai, like, Tesla's a girl, Einstein's a girl. Pretty much any notable figure from our history is a girl. So yeah, there is a lot of that happening. Really nice art though. Really nice art. Honkai is a story with its own characters. Genshin is a power fantasy of you fixing the emotional problems of the characters, and sometimes enabling them. Like, I know, like, I feel really bad in Mondstadt where you're just enabling them all the time. Also, guys, I gotta keep a track of time here. Oh, guys, we'll probably call it in like 8 minutes because I still got work tomorrow and all that kind of stuff. Oh, they have to be older, Ty. They have to be older. And like Jinx is like the wrong kind of crazy for me. She's like the wrong kind of crazy. I like organizational crazy. Like, I like knowing that you're at the top of an organization and you're crazy. Like, that's the difference, right? Like, Jinx isn't at the top of an organization. But if you're capable enough, it's like pretty okay. Actually, let's take it back a step, Ty. It's pretty much you have to be a successful business person. And there you have the crazy and you have the success. And that informs. I do like business ladies in the real world. I do like them quite a lot. It's a mix of the power in there as well. Anyway, shouldn't All for One invested be watching Aoyama like Nagant? That part I don't know. Like, I legitimately don't know, because I still don't know how to really interpret like that whole situation with All For One and Nagant. Like, I'm not sure if there actually is an All For One vestige inside of Nagant. Like, it's so, I don't know. So that's the thing there, Ty. Like, because I'm not sure what exactly happened with the Nagant situation, I'm a little bit hesitant to go on anything else. One more match for Free Soul Forma, and that you're the only one that does understand them in ways no one else does. I'm curious why Aoyama was hiding in the bush in the fur train if he was technically on Dobby and twice his side. It might still be a thing that they didn't know that it was him. And he has reason to be scared of the villains too, I would say. That would be my counter for that one. Latest Digimon episode, good info dump, return of a certain antagonistic Digimon. Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. Remember Fate was created because someone wanted to gender bend King Arthur. I didn't know. I didn't know that was that's what came out of here. Let's see. Ganya is one of the characters I'm not pulling for, though. Yes, I know she's a top 3 character. Don't worry about it, Gohan. Like, I think I'm gonna. My friend Kara has Ganyu, so I already have the Ganyu experience. Like, if I want to play with Ganyu, I can just pick up Kara's game, and it'll be okay. But yeah, I don't. It's because I know that Shen He's coming. Although I've been seeing on the leaks that Shen He's not gonna be good, which is sad. But you know, I'll live. I have a nice team now, I guess. First world problems. Yeah. It'll be pretty hard once Ito comes out and then Shenhe right behind it. Getting hyped for the BS explosion, possibly explosions. Razorhead might cancel out and prevent the explosions. I actually really hope that happens. I don't know how that works, but if it is like a quirk-based explosion, I guess Eraserhead being there would make it work. Would make it, would be able to cancel it out. So I really do hope we get a save from the teachers. Like, for me, I feel like if the teachers don't show up, I feel like they're not doing their jobs, man. So I'm really hoping the teachers show up on the next chapter. I wasn't afraid of Dobby. He was afraid of Dobby's failure would rub off on him. Nice, Terry. He's in off-field support. People are already calling her Kazaha 2.0. Oh, okay. The fanbase community for Genshin really hammers hard on those that don't agree with their headcanons. Yeah, they do. They really, really do. Alright. I am just checking. Oh, guys, and in Honkai, I almost have like a meta viable character in the elf girl, so I'm slowly getting there. Don't say Ganyu Chip. I'm trying to fight against getting the figure. My will is becoming weaker on buying it. What? Yo, but Black Fox, remember, Ganyu was so thick that she choked a beast that ate her. Remember, that's a critical part of her backstory. Her hips were so wide she choked a beast. Or, she was just big. Anyway, I know it's dark, but imagine Aoyama dies. Would really like to see how the class handles that kind of death. Class 1A is so close. I really think that the author won't do it. And you know what? If he decides he doesn't want any of the kids to die, I think that's okay. It being Aoyama, I just wouldn't care about him, right? Like, I'd care a lot more if Shoto went down. I think like Aoyama, I would think that Aoyama would be spared. Honestly, just because it's Aoyama, I think he'd be spared, and I think Shoto goes down because he's tragic. Still hoping for Kaminari. Okay, is everyone cool with the Aoyama reveal? I mean, like, we make our peace. I wish Rosaria and Beidou got their own story quests. Beidou's getting one. Beidou's getting her hangout quest. If it's not in this version, it's in the next one. Rosaria has had her little story moments before. She'll probably have more. Is Beidou gonna be in the next Leeway Festival? I know that Zhao is. Maybe it's Aoyama, but not the parent. They will die. Yeah. Oh, her hangout's already out. Okay, got you, random. Okay, so Beidou's hangout's already out. Got it. I mean, like how 5-star gets one. It's in this one. Got it. Fair enough, Gohan, but like, she's a 4-star, right? At least you get to hang out with her. Would Izuku let Aizawa in on the secret? Oh, Kayla, I skipped your comment. Oh, here we go. John has 2 Forma souls. Aizawa will reunite with his class. I know it's been 2 days since I was at Central Hospital. Praise Central Hospital. Praise Central Hospital. Sadly, we can't have a happy reunion since we are in this dire situation. He might be there. He might be there with Nezu or something. I'm fingers crossing for that one. And thanks, Kayla. I got your comment. Before we end this stream, I figure I get my thoughts down before we get spoilers that either confirm or disprove my theories. Personally, I'm not expecting anything to happen to Aoyama. No explosions, no punishments, no nothing. Let me think. Let me like really think. I don't think an explosion will happen either, but it's because I'm biased. I'm really hoping that the teachers will be there to stop something from happening. And it's like, the thing is, Izuku's the one seeing him. What would be really interesting would be the interesting thing about Toru confronting Aoyama or Aoyama confronting Toru is that they're like at almost similar power levels and they've worked together. Like if you had a battle between those two, you'd actually get some cool choreography and you'd get some very unique stuff in that, oh, Aoyama, I've worked with you. I know everything Yoroi taught you. Or the reverse would be true. Aoyama thinking, I know everything that Yoroi taught you. If you had a fight between those two during a traitor reveal, it would have been really interesting and really compelling. Having Izuku be the one to show up there, it's like, aside from the threat of All For One blowing up Aoyama, which Izuku should be thinking immediately, it's like, it's Izuku. This is literally a god. He is a god among children. What can Aoyama do to actually hurt him? Izuku, if he wants, can just bind Aoyama and just choke him out with Black Whip, and we're done. That's it. Aoyama's just knocked out. He's going to be detained in an anti-explosion chamber. So, to some degree, it is worth pointing out that there's not really any tension here when it comes to Izuku, because how is Aoyama going to get away from Izuku of all people? Like, if Aoyama gets away, I don't know what to say about Izuku at that point. Like, you would have to severely compromise Izuku's judgment to let Aoyama get away. So, like, it's probably going to be just a small emotional time, and then the big tension point really is All For One screwing over Aoyama. That's really the big tension point. But I feel like that could be so easily mitigated at this point. We'll have to see. I'm gonna stick with like maybe the teachers show up and they're able to alter something somehow. Wait, did I miss? Would Izuku let Aizawa in on a secret? Oh no, I think I got that one. I think he would. I'm looking for it. The figure has the right proportions. Damn it. I gotcha, Black Fox. It's already there. I saw them when I crossed 25. Oh, okay, gotcha. All For One sets off explosion, but Eraserhead canceled it, and Shigaraki. Eraserhead is so cool. Yeah, that's another thing I think Honkai does better. Star system. You can upgrade B rank all the way to an SS rank. I agree. I agree with that, Gohan. Like, there are a few of the A ranks that are still viable at meta. Let's see. Praise Central Hospital. Let's see. What do you think about Genshin MC's name in different languages? It's mostly Traveler, right? I think it's alright. Oh wait, Aether and Lumen. Yeah, no, I think they're alright. I don't really have many opinions about it. Mega. Shota versus Shota. Oh, there you go. Shoto versus Dobby 2 would be pretty funny if Shoto plays it right. Just outlast him by super cooling his body with heat resistance. Just let Dobby burn himself out and don't let him talk. Pretty much. Like, because Dobby's a war of attrition, you can probably outrest Dobby most times. Deku uses 7th quirk to save them, maybe. Nana's quirk. You mean Nana's quirk, or you mean the first users? I bet All For One uses these explosions to traumatize a kid. By the end of this, Izuku will be immune to explosions. Yeah, like, All For One's tactic for breaking Izuku, just blow people up in front of him. Which, mind you, in a normal world, it's like, yeah, shit, actually, someone's trying to hurt me. He's been blowing people up, and he's been making me watch. Actually, that's very traumatizing. But in Hero Academia, well, like, Izuku's also slightly traumatized from it. Gotta be, like, fair. But then again, Izuku's also grown up with the guy who's been threatening him with explosions. Imagine how many explosions Izuku's tanked. This guy's not afraid of explosions happening to him anymore. Evil Aoyama blows up and takes Mina with him. Why her? He's still salty about the sports festival. Oh, that's too petty. Right, Jahi-sama and other fall are ending soon. Yeah, I haven't done any of the fall anime. I really need to go and do them. But I don't have time. Have we seen any of the faculty reaction to Midnight's death? Aizawa and Mike will no doubt be the worst off. Yeah, we saw the reactions for Aizawa and Mike. They talked about it while they were in Aizawa's hospital room. But that was pretty much it. Maybe just say Deku is way too emotional to focus or have the other traders come to rescue or something. Yeah, pretty much AN683. That's how it would go. Say he's too emotional, but it's like, Izuku, if you're going to be this emotional when something terrible happens, I don't know how you're going to be able to put Shigaraki down when you realize this guy's a terrible person. Yeah, I just, like, I'd rather he not go that direction. I don't think he would. Oh, nice. 4 as Dobby is now Shoto and Endeavor should easily beat Dobby. Yep. It's okay, Aoyama. I forgive you. All for one. The heart is far too fickle. That's why I added an insurance clause to your contract. Dress Up Darling is getting an anime adaptation that's out in Jan. Oh, I think Kara plays that game. It's in the second quirk. Oh, gotcha, Matt. So the second quirk, the unknown one. Yeah, we'll have to see. Like, I really think that's an offensive quirk, though. So if it turns out to be a defensive saver type quirk, that'll be interesting. Izuku is going to end the series with an explosion fetish. Joke will be on All for One since Izuku is into it now. Yeah, Realist Hero has second core coming. Irregular at Magic High School prequel comes out. Yep. Okay, guys. I'm going to call it there since it's around 11 o'clock. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you all for sticking with my long videos. They will continue being long because it's okay. I don't make money on YouTube anymore, so I'd have nothing to lose. Thanks for always being here. You guys rock. Looking back at the chapter, Aoyama was talking about how out of everyone, he didn't want Izuku to know or confront him about it. I guess Aoyama could take the rest of Class 1A looking disappointed. Yeah, well, that's his friend, right? Like, Izuku has the same struggles. Other traders, how many are there and who are they? We don't know yet, but like, I'm thinking one for each year probably. Good night to Kayla. Good night to Prower. Prower, we'll talk at a later date to figure this stuff out for the Pokemon. I really think like next week, because work will slow down a bit, I'll be a little bit better off to do stuff. But yeah, we'll confirm. Long cat. Also, you don't make money. What happened? Oh yeah, no, like it's just like the algorithm just like really tanked the channel. And oh, okay, so I see multiple people were asking. So just to clarify, I make like probably like 100 or 200, barely. Thanks to right now it's thanks to Jobless Reincarnation. A lot of the videos got dinged with the yellow monetization button. A lot of them were the shipping videos that got dinged with it, and then that just kind of cut into the stuff. And you know, part of it's also because like I stopped doing as many videos, but that happened as the money was drying up. So you know, it's just like one of those things that happens on YouTube. It started like really badly during pandemic. It recovered a little bit during earlier in the year, but now it's going back to pandemic levels. So it's just the way it goes, just like the nature of the business. Anyway, that's the answer. Let's see. Viz says, have a good night, Trip. Hopefully I manage to get Eula because I will cry if... Viz, I pray for you. I hope you get her. All four I mentioned will be watching Night Trip and finish Arcane. Want to talk? Yes, of course, Ty. I will be going through it. Good night to Matt. The longer videos, the better. Love the 45-minute video more than the weak sauce. Gotcha, Kayla. My last theory is that the chapter title will have something to do with being a hero. Just feel like that's pretty likely since that last chapter was titled Villain and ended with Aoyama referring to himself as a villain. Izuku will probably convince Aoyama why he's actually a hero, and the chapter title will be based on that. Might even have something confirming that All Might said about all the students having a heart of a hero is true. Yes. Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Think the reveal of Mineta Momo being OTP will be as big or a big a letdown as a trader reveal? No, I don't think that would be a letdown. If that happened, I would celebrate you, Terry. Let's see. Just trying to get through all the comments. Especially the last one. Let's see. Night Trip. These replay events in Masters are okay. Yeah. Can you explain about Kokomi? Why do this like? Is she that weak, etc.? Okay, I'll just do that really quickly. Kokomi, she's a a tell don't show type character. She's laughable because of the little screen time she does get to have in the main story. She's laughable in her in her actual character event, and then she was notoriously bad on release. Like, she's not a good character in terms of her initial release. And like, there's conspiracy theories about MiHoYo did that to test how much people are willing to pay for characters. All right, cool. So I got everything here. I got everyone's comments, and yeah, that's it. And of course, Terry, we'll give you the biggest shout out. So guys, calling it there. Thank you all so much for watching, and till next time. Ending the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Till next time, everybody, and stay safe.